Hello crafting friends, I'm Jen Houston, owner of the Artsy Fartsy Gallery. I'm a full-time independent Stampin' Up! Demonstrator here in Canmore, Alberta, Canada. Welcome to For Cards and Friends. So the special thing about tonight, as Breezer's trying to tell you also, is that I have one stamp set and I'm going to show you 4 different ways that you can use this stamp set. I actually have a way more examples than just 4, but yeah, I'll show you 4 different ways to use this set. I love this set because it is super inexpensive for one thing. It is a set that if you don't have a big shot, you don't have all the fancy tools, you can still use this because it's just a stamp set. It doesn't come with coordinating dies, it doesn't come with, you know, fancy embossing folder or anything. So it's just the stamp set, $22 Canadian, easy. And I also love this set because you can create so many different versions of cards, and those sometimes dreaded masculine cards. This set kind of lends itself to that, but not only to that, as you will see tonight, it makes all sorts of cards. All right, so when you pop on tonight, I would love for you to say hello. You can tell me where you're from if I haven't really met you too much. And this is not only about cards, but it's also about friendships. And that's why I love coming on here every Wednesday night, is I get to see all my crafting friends and we get to chit chat with each other and have a great time. So when you join, say hello. Every time you comment, your name will be entered into a draw to win one of the cards that are featured tonight. Also, if you share this video, so there's a little button next to your comment section there. If you share this, your name will be set into a different draw for 4 of my handmade cards. So comment and share away. And I see lots of people have joined, which is awesome. Betty and Janet and Teresa and Lois. Oh, Janet's already shared. That's awesome. And Jennifer, hello. Everyone, great to see you on here today. Now I'm curious. Well, maybe you don't even know. Does anybody have the Waterfront stamp set? If you do, can you give me some thumbs up and I'll know if you already have the set. It actually came out a while back. I'm going to say probably 2 years ago maybe. And it's one of those sets that I keep coming back to because it's pretty neat. It's very fun. So, yes, I hope, because I said these words, that I'm not going to get kiboshed on the Facebook thing. So yes, do lots of this and do that. Thank you, and I've seen lots of people do it already. Thank you so much. It helps my little business get out there on Facebook. So before we get rolling tonight, I wanted to share something that I got today in the mail. It made my day. Hi, Kathy. I love getting happy mail too. I love sending it, but I do love getting it as well. And so this card came in the mail from Barbara. Hi, Sherry. It's so cute. I'm so thankful for you. And then on the inside, if I were a dog, I'd totally lick your face. Isn't that great? And she sent me some beautiful stickers that I am going to put in my happy planner. I'm a happy planner girl. So my happy planner is like, you know, ridiculously thick. And so, yes, I love all of those words. It'll be great reminders for me every single day. So thank you so much, Barbara. I absolutely love it. And I'm going to put your card up on my little rack of cards that people give me. So thank you so much. Oh, Betty got her happy mail too. Oh, and so did Teresa. Here, I'm going to back up here. I see Amy joined. Hello, Amy. I just received your happy mail. Oh my goodness, lots of people got my happy mail. Can't wait to combine it with Rustic Retreat. You know what? I don't even know. That one doesn't even ring a bell. So I'm going to look it up after. Thank you, Teresa. Betty got her happy mail. Hi, Megan. No worries. You go watch the movies. All right. Isn't it cute, Kathy? I thought it was such a cute card. Absolutely. Okay, so are we ready to roll? Hi, Karma. Nice to see you. So, Waterfront. Let me figure out what I'm doing. Doo-doo-doo-doo. I think that should getting thing ready for my holiday. I'm going to craft on the go. Yeah, me too. I'm kind of, we leave on Saturday to go back to Manitoba for almost a month. We get to go camping for the first week and in Ontario, and so I'm kind of, okay, I want to get some paper pumpkins to bring with me so I would go through crafting withdrawal, I think, if I quit cold turkey. So, yes. So here it is. Let us see. Let us see. Yes, let us see. Okay, there you are. So here are some examples that I dug out of my cards, and I have other ones too. So this stamp set comes with little tree stems and these little palm trees, which are great. So just breathe. Relax, right? And here is a sympathy card, and all I did was emboss the mountain upside down along with those little trees. Those trees you can use for so many things. I'm going to move that over so it's not so blaring in your face. So I quite like that. If you haven't tried this, this might be a good idea to do on our creative escape one day, is the black ice technique. As you can see, it's very shiny and it looks very regal and rich. So maybe we'll have to try that one day. This one is, actually, I'm going to leave that one for right now. Rustic Retreat is a set designed by $1 million. Okay, $1 million achiever. I have to look that up. But look at that. Doesn't that say retirement? Whether you actually go to the beach or not, I don't know. Black ice technique, you love that. Yeah, it's a neat one. I'll have to do that for our creative escape one day. But it's actually on the shimmer paper. I don't know if you can tell. Glimmer paper, I should say. So I can see some shiny in the background. And there's this one, which I did a ton of fussy cutting with, or bubble cutting, but it looks like it's shimmering in the northern lights, doesn't it? So I just cut out a whole bunch of mountains and a whole bunch of trees and layered them. And I did this technique. I should probably do that on the Creative Escape too. The Northern Lights technique. And isn't that beautiful? I think it's so neat. And here's my little matching envelope. Some of these don't have matching envelopes because they were before I started decorating the envelopes. I thought, okay, there's this little house that comes with the set. Why not congratulations? It kind of means congratulations for your new home. And this is kind of a fun little fold that I did. And then of course the little fancy envelope to match. And why not a wedding card? Isn't that neat? Like forever and always, two little houses side by side. Isn't that cute? And then on the envelope I did the little love. Hello, Sue. Nice to see you. And I also did this love with, you know, some palm trees and the sun shining in the background on the beach. And a fancy fold like that again. But you know, like this would work for an anniversary. It would work for, what was I just thinking? A Valentine's Day that isn't all mushy. Or just a, you know, a son or a daughter. So that's a fun one. Okay, here's one that I left till the end, kind of. Look at this. You can make this a skyline. I don't know if you can see, but I dotted in lots of little windows in those buildings. But isn't that cool? Just a different idea of how you can use this. Hello, Donna. Nice to see you. All the way from New Zealand. I love it. Okay, so I'm going to flip through some more cards that I have here that I've done. There it goes. Just because I think they're pretty cool. And I only have the pictures left. I've sent them out already. So I hope you're feeling better. So I used the mountain as the ground, and I used the There's kind of a big, a lot of people use it for water, but I used it as the sky. Different way to use that. Here, come in. What's happening? Too many buttons. There we go. All right, here's a little happy day. So I used some watercolor paper and used, it's not Brusho ink anymore, or it's watercolor crystals, I believe. Yikes. You have amazing creativity. I would never have seen a cityscape. Yeah. Oh, yeah, there's so many different things you can use. And here's another one. Okay, so use those lines, just the lines over and over and over to make a fun, cute card. And of course you could switch up all the colors. And this one, how about a whole bunch of dots? That would make such a cute baby card with all the, you know, blues or you know, baby, what have you. And that really is the sun stamp, the circle over and over and over. Here is another black ice one I did, which I think is beautiful. Thinking of you, right? It could be a sympathy card. So there's that. I did this one, and it's kind of like a wedding-ish card. You know, some things are just meant to be, like the two of you together. Isn't that cute? How about this one? Just the, you know, the fancy pigment sprinkles. Thank you. Just on the round circles where I did the, you know, the fun stuff, and then just kind of laid it on a curvy piece of paper. This one I did on watercolor, and I used my aqua painter to kind of color that blue sky, and it just made the trees a little more floaty, I suppose. This one I did on Island Indigo paper way back in the day, and I used my white. Can I come and live at your house for lessons? Oh, sheesh. Well, sure. That'd be fun, right? I would actually love to have some crafting friends here, because it does get lonely. Hi, Chrissy. So yeah, this one I used the white craft ink as kind of the middle section, and just, I believe I used Island Indigo for the trees kind of all the way around. And then of course, to make that moon super sharp, I used the white embossing powder. And last one here. And there's just kind of a, you know, put the scape in the round circle and add a little burlap, and away you go. So, I wish I could look at a stamp set and see what you see. You have to think outside the box sometimes, I suppose, and that's, I guess, I don't know. Whoops, let's do this the other way. There we go. Okay, we are back. So, let's get creating then and see what fun things we can make. Now, I had shown this card as a sample, and I know I've had tons and tons of compliments on it. Who would have thought just a plain old black and white would cause so much interest? But really, that's what it is. And so I thought, okay, let's make this same card, but I'm going to use kind of gray instead of black, and we'll see which one we kind of like different. And of course, we don't have this anymore, so I will show you what an alternative is. So yeah, let's get rolling. So I've got the colors I'm going to use here are basic gray and crumb cake. So I'm just going to set those aside for a minute, and we're going to kind of focus on this whisper white piece of paper. Glad you're featuring this stamp set. You haven't used it yet. Oh my word. Oh yeah. Oh, it's a good one. Okay, so I want to make this, well, no, I'm going to stamp the images first. So let's get, I suppose I put them all away. Yeah, I sure did. See how I store my stamps? I may be creative, but I am not the cleanest. I'm not the most organized, that's for sure. Okay, let me get some blocks. I believe this is just all the mountain stamp. Now these are polymer, so I think I'm going to use my foam mat just to make sure it's nice and dark. So I've just got my foam mat in a Ziploc bag. Okay, so we're going to try this in basic gray as opposed to black and see what we think. So I'm just going to stamp kind of a third of the way up, or a third of the way down, I suppose, a mountain. Oh, that didn't come out so lovely. But because it's polymer, you should be able to just go over top and see what happens. Maybe it's because it's the basic gray ink pad that has still the felt. I love this stamp set. I bought it once. It was first released and I've used it a lot. Perfect, yeah. Okay, now I wanted to stamp it again, but I'm going to, well, let's try one more time. If not, I can always try it. There we go. I don't love it though. Hang on. So it's going to be too dark. Let's grab a new little insert. Okay. So a third of the way up. Good. Now without re-inking, I'm going to stamp it again, because that kind of makes it a little bit in the background, right? Next thing, I'm going to flip it over, and all I'm going to do is stamp this kind of where this peak is. I'm going to go put the peak kind of under it, if that makes sense. And then where this peak is, I'm going to re-stamp without re-inking. Okay, so we've kind of got our mountain and our mountain in the background. Next, I'm going to get this straight piece. Hello, Eldana. I used your bag idea, but put my grid over mat. Ah, nice. Lynn, hello, Lynn. So this straight strip here, I'm just going to use to kind of fill in these gaps. So let's go this way. So I'm filling that in, and I'm going to actually just turn it around and go this way. Like so. So it kind of almost looks like water in between, or the reflection, of course, right? Next, let's get out those trees. These I use so much. Okay. Mine's black. They have been well used. I need to buy one of those ink pad cleaners and see what happens. Hang on, we're going on an adventure with Jen. Yeah, we're coming to the mountains. All right, so I'm going to put some trees over here. There's my first set of trees. Now I'm going to stamp them again. However, let's wipe this off. I'm going to use my Simply Chamois. Clean that off, and this time I'm only going to ink just a little bit, not the whole tree up. I'm just going to see how I did that. So not the whole tree is done, and I'm going to just without re-inking, stamp a little bit over. Okay, now I'm just inking up just the tip of the trees. Going right over top of the ones I had. That's good. Okay, now if you don't like this empty little portion or this trunk here, what you can do is come back with this straight stamp and fill that in like so. Ooh, we've got thunder. Surprise. Okay, and so that is kind of the basis of our card. Now, to make the kind of sunset, I suppose, in the background, what I have here is a big, I cut out a circle using, back in the day I had a punch that was, maybe I didn't. I probably used a framelit. 2, and I don't know what that is. 1, 2, 3/8. 2 3/8. But of course I have these stencils for all sorts of shapes of circles, because I don't know if you watched my I did a technique where we colored in with these spots. Now what was that called? Anyways, when I remember it, I'm sure it'll be bedtime and I won't be here to tell you. Anyways, so I have a bunch of these templates, so they come in handy for things like this. So I'm just going to lay this on here, and I've got my little gray dauber, dipping it in the ink. Make sure it's not too dark, because you can all, you know, start light, you can always get darker, right? But you can't do it the other way around. So things I've learned in my, you know, oopses. Oop. So just going in that circle. I'm just doing the top portion. I'm not going to do the bottom. Let's go a little bit darker. Okay, let's have a look. Oh yeah, that's good. That's lots. Okay, and now one of the fun parts of this stamp set, which I really like, are these dots. So they can be sand, they can be snow, they can be all sorts of things. And I just think they're so neat. Let me grab another block here. And it just, you know, makes this card a little more whimsy-ish, I guess. So let's just, you know, it like so, and let's do a little in the trees there. So basically we are finished, except for I wanted to put, what did I have? So of course we don't have this amazing anymore. I don't have that UR, but what we do have is our well-written framelits. And of course there's all sorts of words that you can use, right? And once again, with the well-written, or well-said, pardon me, stamp, there's a little for you that I thought I would use. For you, friend. That's what I'm thinking I might use. And I'm gonna cut out the friend just to make it a little square rectangle, I suppose. We're getting technical. All right, so now I could have used the adhesive sheets to glue this on. Haven't, didn't. So I'm just lazy like that, and I'm just going to go with my snail and just put little touches onto it. And yes, it gets very sticky and a mess, but I can always go back and clean it off with my little, my booger buster, I call it. Oh good, we got a bud hair in here. Bad. You're shedding. I was thinking that the other day. I'm like, oh, I think probably most people go home with, when they get a card from me, they probably have a bud hair in it. All right, now where did I put my, here we are. For you, let's pop that up. Now I'm gonna have to make a smaller dimensional, or you might have those mini dimensionals too, that would work. Let's just put that on the back there. Hi Michelle. Hi Sonia. Thanks for sharing, you guys. Let's see, for you, friend. I don't know if I want it over top. think I like them over here. Yeah, let's do it a little more straight though. Just pick it up and fix it there. Good. All right, next step, the easy step. Let's just put it all together. And then we'll see which one you like better. So I've got my basic gray card base. And my crumb cake layer, just a faint little layer there. And next will be my main page, the card front. All right, for you, friend. So there we go. That was easy, wasn't it? So the black version versus the basic gray version. They're very similar actually. So I'm curious, which do you like better? The black or the gray? So well, oh, you know what? I didn't finish. Let's put this on the inside. So I loved how, you know, the sepia pictures, they're kind of that old antique look. So I used crumb cake, did kind of the same technique, and I thought I would use that for the envelope and the inside just to make it a little different. So let's stick that on the inside. But can you imagine a whole card in that? I think it would look beautiful. Maybe I'll have to try that, doing a whole crumb cake version. Okay, so let's see, both basic gray. You like both? Be honest. Don't worry about hurting my feelings. They're you can say either or for sure. I must say I'm still partial to this, but actually this really intrigues me, to be honest. So, you know, maybe I should have moved. I probably should have moved friend over a little bit here too, because the main portion of this card was a little bit moved over, and the main portion is over here, so I should have maybe balanced it a little better. Who knows? But right, I still like it. I think it's really neat. Yes, give that a try. Okay, let's go on to the next one. Now this technique I just saw for the first time. I'd never done it before, but I thought it looked pretty cool. So what I did was I added a little bit of a shadow, or it's kind of more like a reflection, almost, I suppose, with a little bit of white showing through. So every little kindness makes the world brighter. So I made a set of 4 cards with this set in crumb cake when I first got it. Oh, I bet that would be beautiful. Yeah, neat. All right, so this one I used Balmy Blue and crumb cake, and this is Old Olive. And of course I used the stitched rectangle framelit. And so this time, oh, let's show the inside, show the inside. There's my inside. So see, just by adding those trees and those little dots, it just kind of makes it look like sky a little bit, right? And then for the envelope, I did the same thing. Little matchy matchy. Okay, so of course I don't want to make the exact same card again. I am going to be absolutely bizarre. A very different way for me to spend a Wednesday evening. Well, I hope it's a good way. I am going way out of the box with this color combination. Of course, it's not my thing at all, but I'm curious how it will look with that white behind, kind of. So these, it just kind of, I kind of thought of sunset, right? We'll see how it goes. If it's an epic fail, it's an epic fail, but you gotta try, right? Okay, so my first step, this is pumpkin pie. Then I have blackberry bliss. I'm gonna glue that on there, on the center there. Next I have rich raspberry, and I've cut this out with a stitched rectangle frame it. Can you see those a little bit of stitching around the edge, which to me makes all the difference in the world. I think it's so neat. Okay, here comes the fun. get out your Whisper White ink pad, and we are going to do some stamping. So of course this is craft ink as opposed to kind of the regular ink, so it takes a little bit longer to dry. Great way to spend the evening. Oh, good. I'm glad Lynn likes this way to spend the evening. I'm just going to make sure these are clean. I go stamping with the white, and it's not white. It might be a little disaster. Okay, get the mount in here, and just going to make sure. What I'm going to do is just stamp this in the white craft ink. See that? Okay, and let's stamp our mountain, kind of right in the center, top third. Ooh, I should have had my foam mat. I think it'll be okay. Now this, I don't want to rub on my Simply Chamois because it's kind of craft ink, and it's very, it'll stain, and not that my Simply Chamois isn't stained, but I don't want, so you can see how it's making a mess on my block. It's a very different kind of ink. Okay, now this mountain is going to be wet right now, so you don't want to with your hand or anything. All right, now let's add some of the water. Where's my water? I got it out earlier, didn't I? I've lost stuff already. How does this happen? Not in there. Well, we may have to improvise if I can't see where I put that step. Oh yeah, let's put this right in my Simply Chamois. Okay, was I blind? No, it's not there. Oh well. We will then improvise. Let's go with the same mountain. We'll do what we did the last time. How could I have lost it? Do you guys lose things, honestly? Oh, I felt a stick. No. Oops, tap. Tap with my head. Hi, Janice. You guys don't. Oh, here it is. Under my Simply Chamois. They like to go hiding. Okay. Once again, I'm going to stamp with my craft ink. There we go, good and inked up. And I'm just going to leave a little bit of a space between the mountain and the water. Let's ink that up. Ooh, that's much brighter. That's all right. See how different that is using the Simply Chamois? It really does help when you're using these photopolymer stamps. Okay, wiped off. Now let's do our trees. Once again, just inking them up. And let's stamp them off to the left. Like so. How was everybody's day? I'm so glad to see that this happens to other people. I sometimes think I'm going crazy. You just had it. Where to go? Yes. Oh, I only have, a tiny space here. How things disappear, I don't know. I still haven't found my stamp from the, what was I using the other day? I still haven't found it. I don't know. turn up somewhere when I don't need it or it's retired, you know. Okay, so there's my little sun, or the moon, I suppose. So for this one, I used different colors. Can you use the chamois to clean the crafting? Probably, but I'm not going to. Because it's different. And I think that it might dry kind of cakey on there, almost. And I don't want to, I don't want to chance it. Maybe if I had an old one, I would, give it a try, but I don't want to try it. If somebody knows, please chime in. So this one I used colored ink. This one, I'm going to just use Blackberry Bliss. I'm almost kind of making a silhouette kind of look, or at least that's my idea. We'll see if it works. So Blackberry Bliss. So now I'm going to go through all the stamps that I just did. Oh, I gotta dry this first. Because it is craft ink, it needs to be dried. So I'm using my heat tool. I'm over here. All right, I think we're good to go. Okay, good thing I remembered that step. It's probably stuck to your stamp pads. I looked, but who knows, right? Okay, so I'm going to take this Blackberry Bliss or whatever color you want to choose, and I'm going right over top of where you had the white. Now, if it's not perfect, who cares? That's actually a good thing, because then your little piece of white kind of sticks out around it, behind it, what have you. Now I'm going to get a new white here. Okay, and let's do that water piece. So I'm just re-inking that with the Blackberry Bliss. And let's go over top. Okay. I should be using my Simply Chamois for this. That I can use. No sense wasting all the baby wipes. All right, trees are next. Let's dab that in the Blackberry Bliss. And as you can see, it comes out much lighter. When you made the card using different colors, did you do both steps for the mountains and then do the 2 steps for the trees? I did exactly what I did here. So I did all the white. I think that's what you mean. I did all the white, dried it, and then went back with all the colors over top. So I did the mountains first, right over top of the trees, and then the trees after, like how I'm doing right now. Okay, hopefully that answers your question. If not, ask again. Oh, sheesh, these are so dark I can't see. But let's just go with it. Because remember, if there's white showing, that's a good thing. I may have to consider this stamp set. Well, I hope so. Look at that, that's perfect. Chamois. And let's do our little sun. Or moon, whichever you think. Okay. There. So it's kind of like a little silhouette idea. Don't mind it. Okay, now let's see. Let's add, we have this little piece that I'm going to put on here. What I was going to stamp on this one is, what does it say? Let's close this up before I get it everywhere. It says, friends make the good times better. And of course you can stamp on the inside and the hard times easier, which is so nice. No worries, Lynn, no worries. That's what I'm here for. All right, let's get some Blackberry Bliss. Stamp the saying. So I used the little stitched shape there. Now I did some kind of fussy cutting earlier to kind of pop those few words up. Where are my dimensionals? I'm just going to, I could just put them down. Maybe I'll just put them down. Let's just do that because they are bright. Maybe they don't need to be popped up too. There. So all I did beforehand was stamp this on with pumpkin pie on a white piece of paper, and then I cut around those words. There. Good. Cut around the words, and then I've glued it over top. Hello, Barbara. What is the name of the set? I have already forgotten. Waterfront, sorry. I could be using this too. So if you're looking at it, it's on page 125 in your catalog. There's the number. It's only $22. There's my, if you want to shop online with me, there's my address. You just type that in and you shop away. And then at the end, when it asks you for a host code, there's the ZGA. There's my host code number. So yeah, but I have to be Canadian. Sorry, but if you're an American and you need a demonstrator, I have a great friend, Lisa Harden, who can help you get that ordered up for you. Ooh. All right, let's add this. I popped this layer up. Might as well pop something up, right? Whoop. Oh, sheesh. Making my own nails, I think. Adding dimensionals. Some dimension to my life. I really like this technique in finished card. Yeah, I know, I do too. I had never tried it before. That was my first card using this technique, and I quite like it. All right, I'm just going to place that down there. Just, let's pop him up too. Why not, right? It's going to be stuck really well. Okay. Let's go a little off, and let's just put it down on the bottom. You know what I'm thinking? I want to add, just to give it a little extra sparkle and shimmer, let's get out that Wink of Stella. I'm working on the fly here. No, not my thing. But let's go with our Wink of Stella, and let's just flick some onto our card, and that way it'll look like it's almost like got stars in the sky when you, ooh, I think this one's getting low. It looks like stars. Oh, it looks, oh, I like it. Just adds that little piece to fill in kind of the background a little bit. I don't know if you can see it. Oh, there's a little one. Look at that. Oh, yeah. Isn't that neat? I like it. I think it's neat. Very odd color combo that I would never think to use, but hey, it turned out really neat. And here is the inside I gave a try. So I used the rich raspberry or blackberry bliss. I used my pumpkin pie, and I had mango melody, which I think looks great together. And then of course I got a fingerprint here. So what do? I get out my Stampin' Blends and flick the ink so then it disappears. So let's put that on the inside of our card. So even just these colors just on a card would be beautiful. And of course the envelope there again, I got another, yep, little thing. So let's flick. adding the ink on top of the craft certainly gives the impression of being 3D, doesn't it? It's so neat. Just so easy. So, okay, I'm curious. Which do you like better? Brown or purple? They're both so different. Incredibly different. Love the card, and the inside is awesome as well. Thank you guys. Yeah, what such different colors. I was thinking about gray, grays and browns, and I thought, nope, I have to do something totally outside my comfort zone. So this is what I did, and I like it. It turned out really well. So brown, purple. Happy you received your card. Sorry it wasn't homemade, but I thought it was too cute to pass by. Oh, I love any cards. Any cards is great, great happy booster. Sandy, hi. No worries, no worries. You always forget about your crafting. I know, I do too. And yeah, there it sits. Yes, that's my go-to on all the smudges. Splatter all over. Okay, I'm gonna put this one away and we will move on to the next card, which will be probably a little bit of a shocker for you because it's very outside the box and very different. Okay, what do you think? Isn't that gorgeous? So I had showed earlier how I used the sun stamp for a whole bunch of dots. I had also shown this straight stamp for just lines, right? I just had a whole bunch of lines, and then I thought, well, let's make a sun. So I used that same straight stamp, and let's make kind of a sunshine. And the saying, every little kindness makes the world brighter. Isn't that cute? So there's what I did. Ooh, I can see I'm gonna lose the thanks any moment now. And here's what I did for the inside. And then of course the envelope flap. How simple is that? So there again, bright colors outside my comfort zone, but they look great. All right, so this one, once again, I thought, okay, I'm gonna use some weird colors. I'm just gonna do it. See how it goes. All right. I did put this in here. Okay, so I'm gonna use Pacific Point. It's a lovely blue. I'm using Shaded Spruce. I made a rainbow with that straight stamp. Oh, that's a neat idea. I like that. So of course I was being Ukrainian and cut out because I knew that I wasn't going to, this wouldn't be shown. Here's my little white piece on top, and here will be my little layers. Okay, so I'm going to set these aside and get out that straight stamp. I'm going to make sure that all the color is off of it because I don't want a weird color going on this card. So I wanted this card to have a little bit of a masculine vibe. So I'm using Pacific Point, Shaded Spruce, Coastal Cabana, and Cajun Craze. Gonna throw in that orange in there. So let's start off with the lightest color, I'm gonna say. Now the last one I made kind of the rainbow look. So basically all I did was just go around in a circle. This one I kind of wanted to do kind of a check random pattern. So I'm just going to put lines kind of willy-nilly everywhere. That's my great technique. So let's start here. There's my Coastal Cabana. Let's go one over here. And maybe one here. Let's start with that. Well, let's do one more. Let's get one over, maybe like so. Okay, now we're gonna have to clean off our ink pad in between all the stamp, pardon me, in between the colors. So let's go to the next one. Let's go with Pacific Point. It's lovely blue. And once again, we'll just randomly stamp where we feel. Ooh, whoops. It's kind of like intuitive painting, right? You just Do what you feel. Okay, now I can see I've got ink everywhere, so I'm going to clean that up before I get it a smudge and have to, you know, add some sprinkles. Okay, that's better. I'm just going to flip this over so it can dry for a bit, and so I can keep going. Okay, let's add some shaded spruce. By the way, I can't find your glasses. What? What brand are they? Oh, Daniel Lee? Can't remember. Not sure. They were on the clearance bin, so I'm sure they are out. But yeah, let's put one there. Totally out there, right? You love my reaction. Yes, my face kind of tells everything that I'm thinking. Sometimes good, sometimes not so good. Let me clean this off. Yeah, it's okay until you're like in the shopping store or the grocery store and somebody's, you know, being ridiculous, and you just are like, you know, and they, or my students, when I was teaching, I'd always say, can you see this wrinkle? You're causing that right now. Yeah. They kind of always knew what I was thinking. No being fake and phony with me. Oh, sheesh. Glad I checked that. That and the orange ink pad would not have been so pretty. Huh. Still on there. I'm sure it doesn't help that my thing is still dirty. There, let's go with that. Good, good. Okay, let's add our Cajun craze. Stick that right there. Let's add one over here. Need one here somewhere. And maybe one something here. Oh, I just stick my finger in there. I think that's good. I'm happy with it. Actually, I'm going to clean off this first. Let's flip her over and clean that. There we go. Okay, so let's put this all together and see what we come up with. So let's put on our layer of shaded spruce. It isn't ideal at work. Oh, are you at work? If I had thought bubbles, oh yes, I see what you're saying. I would have been fired. Oh, amen to that. Oh, sheesh. This is why I'm not teaching anymore, I think. My face probably just can't contort enough. Just saying. Okay, let's stick this on here, like so. Well, I don't think I'm gonna make the hour mark today. Poor Martine. Are you on there, Martine? I haven't seen you yet. And here is our I Did Awesome, It's Your Day, by using a little bit of masking, because this comes from Itty Bitty Birthdays, which I use a lot. So it says awesome at any age, but I didn't want at any age. So I did a little sticky note over top of that stamp, inked it up, took off the sticky note, stamped it, and then you just end up with awesome. And then It's Your Day, of course, comes from this. So Itty Bitty Birthdays, that's a great set. You need some fun birthday sayings. I have my little Cajun Craze layer there. Let's glue that on. And these are the layering squares. Yep, let's just go straight. And then maybe we'll pop up everything all together. I don't know, we're gonna have to figure out where it's gonna go. Maybe we could do it sideways, like a landscape card as opposed to a portrait. For something different. Hello, Martine. I'm just opening. I will have to watch the replay. No worries. Hello, Lisa. No problem. Come in late all the time. That's what replay's for. We are all good. What do you think? On the left or the right? I have to get my fingers all the way. Left, right, middle. Guess it could go in the middle. Left, right, middle. Help me out. Okay, while you're giving me some ideas, I'm going to glue this to the inside. So I just went ahead of time and just did some little, they almost look like brush strokes, don't they? Like paintbrush strokes, which is kind of cool. Oh, we are right, lots of lefts. Oh, we got 2 rights. Middle. I think, oh, we got a right. Middle. I think majority said left. If I could see. We're gonna go left. Awesome, it's your day. Should we add some bling or something? Nah, it's kind of a masculine card. There are, though, those epoxy drops. There are the frosted. No. I think we'll just leave it. Right? Then add a glimmer dots colored with blend. That's what I was wondering. Okay, let's try it. Although I don't have any of these colors in my, I do have Cajun Craze. I have Night of Navy on my blends. Let's try that. Because I think that's kind of the main color. So using the Stampin' Blends are great because they are alcohol based. That means they're kind of permanent. So you can color these fun things. Hello, Alice. Thanks, Martine. Linen thread under it. Linen thread, linen thread. Yes. Yes. I've got burlap too. You could also go make just a loop. Let's try that. Okay, maybe we can shimmy this off a little bit. Pop it up. Let's just add a little bit of this. Do you stamp like this? Yeah. Afterthoughts. And I'm going to fold this over and stick it back down. There's kind of like a little bubble. Can you use daubers to color them? I don't think so, because the only reason I say that is because the normal ink is kind of water-based. It's not alcohol-based. so it won't stick. That's my only. Copper trim opened up and spread out. Oh yeah, that would look cute. Okay, let's add these little epoxy, the frosted ones, the epoxy drops. They're just kind of subtle, right? Let's go there. Not too bad. Burlap goes nice with the earthy colors. Yeah, that's what I was thinking. And the linen thread that Sandy mentioned kind of made me think of that. Kind of cool. Neat. Added the inside. And there's my envelope flap. Not too bad, hey? Make your own designer series paper. How perfect is that? Okay, so I'm curious. They're both totally different, but do you like blue or pink better? Blue or pink? Just curious. And then I'll get ready for the next card. We're gonna have to hurry. Poor Martine has to get to bed. She's out east, and so her time is much later than our time. The poor girl is up late on crafting nights. The wrench trinket would look cute, yes. Oh, blues and pink and blue. Neat. You're a pink gal. Me too. Me too. Both. All right. Yeah, they're cute. Something you probably didn't think about when you saw this stamp set, right? You just thought about mountains and the beach. I am here to show you otherwise. All right, so you got the mountains, you got the beach. We've tried, you know, you can do baby cards, you can do fun little teacher cards, whatever, note cards. You can also make Christmas cards. Why not? I've used Pretty Peacock as the background. I've used some gold foil and white cardstock. Again, they're too different to pick. Yes, I can see borrowing both ideas. Absolutely. Same with Alice and Michelle and myself. It's 10. Oh, you too. Uh-oh. Yikes. So I had my little 'Tis the Season. So Christmas cards. Hello, Melissa. All right, so there's my Christmas card. There's my little gold embossing on the inside and my envelope with the gold trees. And there's that fun little dotted stamp that I think looks great on everything. And of course I embossed with the gold. Shimmery and shiny. Okay, so this one, I thought, okay, let's use our Rococo Rose, this new color. And that pink will look beautiful with silver. So I have my silver foil, which I'm gonna glue down here. Come on. There we go, bud hair, but I guess it'll get covered. Okay, let's place that down. Oh, sheesh. That wasn't straight at all. Let's go like that. Then I can add the white, Whisper White layer. Just poke out a little bit on the sides of that silver. Like so. And there we go with our main strip where we're going to stamp on the trees. So let's get out this. Make sure there's no. Oh yeah, that's a little pinky. Love the Rococo Rose, yeah. Okay. Versamark. So of course we're going to emboss the white because it stands up so much nicer than say just the white crafting. The white crafting is just not going to give you kind of the look you're kind of going for. So, oh, I should be using my foam mat, which I have managed to lose. Oh, here. There's one tree. let's go for another batch. And I think it will go some over here. A little higher up on this one. And, oh, you know what I forgot, right? Embossing putty. We'll see if it works out okay or if I need to kind of flip it over. So I'm going to use my Whisper White embossing powder. Just going to sprinkle this on. And of course, just shake it off. Oh, turned out pretty good. Got some over here, but let's just give it a flick and hopefully that'll work. Looks good. I'm going to go over and heat it up. Till it's just right. Isn't craft ink evil? Yes, I've still got it everywhere. This card would be beautiful in any color. It would. It would. Did you hear me yelling at the screen? Where's my embossing buddy? Yes. No, I didn't. Oh. But we lucked out. We lucked out, didn't we? Let's just get it out now, though. Even had it in my kit ready to go. Sheesh. Because I'm going to put on some more. We're going to put the foreground with our little straight stamp here again. Well, let me make sure there's no purple or a weird color. Get out my Versamark. And let's add some ground. You can always add more later on, kind of make layers of it. All right, into the embossing powder. I am getting it everywhere. Yep. Give it a little flick. Okay, now I don't love how these trees are kind of now hidden, so let's just go back with another set. I bet the trees would be awesome in the new sparkling white embossing powder. Ooh, yes. I saw the shimmer black, but white would be amazing. Wonder what it would look like over regular ink. Oh, yeah. Okay, I'm gonna just stamp another set of trees here because it just kind of looked a little funny. One more time. Yeah, that'll help. Good. Okay, now I'm going to put this white away, and I am going to put silver. I'm going to make some silver snow. You can call this card Canmore in June. So true. Oh my. We did have our snow here in June. Need the mountains in the background. Oh, yes, yes, yes. But, you know, I hate snow. I absolutely hate it. But I tell you, here it is so gorgeous that it's hard to hate. Oops, sorry guys. Make sure that's clean. All right, let's add our snow. So those little dots, just stamp all over everywhere. Over top of the trees, over top of the background. Just go for it. Okay, now I'm going to lay that in my tray. Let's do some silver. You guys ever burnt your paper before? I had one poor lady with my card classes. It was quite, it got almost comical because she would manage to burn her paper. Sweet little thing, but just sometimes just didn't work out with the heat tool. Okay, let's go now with heat this up. And let's assemble. Ooh, did I get this? Oh, I think it needs a little more. Seeing those bits melt, you just never get used to that, right? It's so fun. At our scrapbook demonstrator put tin foil over a clipboard. Yes, for us to attach our embossed pieces to heat them. It seemed to take less. It is true. I used to do that. Yes, I got a burn mark on a card when I first started stamping, and I just made the rest of the card rustic, so it all looked like it was intentional, right? Hey, you learn a new technique. Let's put this guy together. Actually, before I do, let's put our little "'Tis the Season." It is in the Itty Bitty Greetings, because I don't have my Christmas stamps out. So this is going to have to do "'Tis the Season." I guess I could do "For You," but "'Tis the Season," Canmore in June. Embossing buddy. I once saw a lady put her paper on carpet to heat, emboss, and burn the carpet. I did that. I did that at our Manitoba house. Guilty. That's why Stella is my sparkle BFF. I'm a bad embosser. Usually only burn my fingers though. Yes, yes. 'Tis the season. There we go. Let's get some silver. Heat and emboss. That guns net hasn't worked so hard in a long time. Oh, I like that. Whew. Look at that. Should we pop that layer up? Almost wants to be. Let's do it. Try something new. We'll send Martine and the ladies off to bed with thinking snowy thoughts. You cursing me. let's attach this to there. Just so the white's peeking up. I like it. Isn't that neat? Wow, gorgeous. I think I may have to do this card for my handout packs. It's easy, right? Okay, and here's my inside. So I just stamped that tree, embossed it in silver. Okay, so this week, if you make a card using this stamp set, I really want to see, because there's so, like I showed here, there's so many varieties and so many ways to use this outside of the box that it's absolutely amazing to get ideas from other people. 90 tomorrow, so Snowy Thoughts sound pretty good. 90, oh man, absolutely love Christmas cards. Oh, that's awesome. So there we go. I'm curious though, if you like pink, we'll say pink or green. Pink or green. I don't know. Curious what your favorite is. I'll clean up my embossing powder before I spill it everywhere. You like both because they're both non-traditional colors. That is true. That is true. I made last year. There was a pink we had. Oh goodness, sweet sugar plum. I used sweet sugar plum and mossy meadow for, remember those mitts? I did a whole bunch of sets like that, and that color combo was fun. I'm sure you could do the same sort of ideas. Oh, mixed. Oh, I need to make another. You know what I thought? Oh, somebody told me what that pattern is called. You know, on those china plates where it's that bright blue and white? I think it would be beautiful in that kind of with the blues and the whites. And I think instead of the foil, I would just use maybe some polka dot ribbon, something like that. It is a non-traditional Christmas card, absolutely. So there we go. There are multiple ways to use this set, obviously. Here, I'm just going to show you this set. Sheesh. Let's take that off. Maybe not. Too many buttons. Button crazy. Okay, so once again, this is our stamp set. We didn't even get to using all of these stamps. Black cardstock with white. That would be beautiful. Royal Dalton. Okay. Or is it called chintz? I can't remember. Anyways. So there's this. So love never gives up. Beautiful for anniversary. Friend, thanks. You know, and like I said, you can put end the hard times and, you know, match those up. Put one on the inside of the card and one on the outside. There's that little house that can be used in so many different ways. So hopefully this has helped you think way outside the box with this stamp set, and take down the little number there if you're interested in Wedgwood. Oh, never heard that one before. So the number, if you want to order this, is 146386, and like I said, it's only $22. It's a great steal of a deal. And like I said at the beginning too, you don't need embossing folders to match with this. You don't have framelits. You don't have to have a big shot. You just need stamps and ink, and away you go. Right? Easy peasy. So if you're interested, please consider ordering from me. That's how I continue to do this. It's the end of the month, and I'm, you know, hustling to make sure I get my numbers in there. and I really appreciate all of you. I so appreciate your input. You guys absolutely make my week every week because you have such neat ideas, and so you're just very encouraging and happy to be around. So thank you so much, and I will going camping. So the next few weeks will be a little bit interesting. I will probably be playing some reruns of old videos from way back in the day, and but oldies and goodies, just like kind of like tonight, right? This was an old set, but just let's rejuvenate it a little bit. So have a great evening, everyone. Thank you so much.